Hey everyone, welcome back to NonnyPlus, where coding become very simple. So if you're just starting your C Sharp journey, you're in the right place. Today we'll take a quick look at the assignment from our last video on data types and variables. And I'll teach you also about comments in C Sharp, what they are, why they matter, and how to use those comments properly. So let's go into the assignment I gave you guys. That was the previous video. I don't know, can you see my screen? Okay, so let's go. Let's see. So this is the assignment I gave you guys, my previous video that I asked you to um, implement this, write out a string for course name, an int for duration, a bool for as started, a double for course fee, and a character for section. So I gave you guys this assignment for you to be able to know how you can implement these variables. The names of the variable matters a lot, and also to declare these variables. So I don't know how many of you were able to submit this assignment on the comment section, but today I'm going to walk you around how to go about this particular assignment. So let's get started. So for the first one, we say a string for course name. So we should say we should declare a string for course name. So let's remember I say string is the name of a variable, a string. Then what is the name of the variable? The course name. Course name. Remember I said that when you are declaring the name of the variable, you start the first letter with small letter. Starting the first letter with a small letter. Very, very important. So int course name, then I maybe you can write learn C sharp fast. So this number one, a string for course name. You can see a string is a type of variable. We have the course name, which is the name of the variable, and this is the value of the variable is learn C sharp fast. Let's go to the second one. The second one is an int for duration. An int is an integer, so int duration equals to, let's say, 8. So int duration is equals to 8. So int is another variable, duration is the name of the variable, and this value is the value assigned to this name of the variable, which is the duration. Let's go to a bool for has started. Hope you are following me. So we have bool, then we have has started is equals to, what do we say? Bool. So a bool can either be true or false. So you can say true or you can say false. Anyone you want to do, you are all correct. So we have string course name, in duration, bool has started is equals to 4. Then the next one is a double for course fee. A double for course fee. So let's go double, then course fee is equals to let's say 230 or 230,000 naira. That's the cost fee amount. So let's, like now, if this variable now cost fee, if someone should look at this name of this variable, we'll find out that we're able to understand that this value is the amount for this cost fee. Because you know what cost fee means? Cost fee means an amount attached for you to acquire a particular course or for you to pay for a particular course. So we have 23,000 naira. Then the last one is character section. So we can say character section section is equals to single quotes. Don't forget a. Don't forget the difference between a string and a character is the values are in between. For string, the values are in between a double quote, while for character, the value are in between a single quote. So that is the difference between a string and also a character. So these are the results for the assignments. If you know you got it correctly, please go to the comment section and say completed. If you know you got this particular answer to what we gave out last in our previous video, congratulations for you guys. You're able to understand what variables are. Be able to understand how to declare variables and also how to assign variables. Now let's jump into something that is very important but often overlooked by beginners, which is comments in C sharp. Comment in C sharp. So what are comments? So how to use comments? So whether you are just starting out or already writing code, comments make your code easier to read, to understand also, and also to maintain. So let's dive right in. So what are comments? Comments are lines in your codes that are ignored by the computer when your programs runs. They are meant for humans. Comments are meant for humans. They are not meant for computers. So they help to explain what the code does and also remind you why you wrote it. Code during testing. So comments are meant for humans, not for the computers. So are lines in your code that are ignored by the computer. So if you check on the screen, um you can see my lines of code. You can see from line 4 to line 15 are being read by the computer. Line 4, you see console.write line, hello world Stanley. Then when I say on the line 15, you can see console.write line, great. So this is from line 4 to line 15 are being read by the computer. So if you go down, you see the line from line 18 to line 40, 40 line 18 to line 47. So these are lines of code. They are called comments. They are comments, but these comments they are not interpreted by the computer but interpreted by humans. So, like for instance, if I should run this code, so after running this code on line 15, it will skip these comments because they are not made for computers, and it will go down to line 54 to continue to implement these lines of code. So, like I said, comments are lines of code that are ignored by the computer when the programs run. So, the first type of comment, we have different types of comments. So, the first line of comment is a single comment. So, single comment use two forward slash to write it. So, like for example, if I want to write a comment, let me just give a space. So, for a single line comment, use forward slash like this. So anything that has to do with forward slash, you can see there is one first forward slash, then the second forward slash. So that tells the computer that these lines of code in line 58 is a comment. Let's say, for instance, there's an example. Let me give you an example. So if you say int results is equals to plus 5 plus 3, then on top of the line of code, then put a comment and you say this line, let me see, this line adds two numbers. So this now tells, sorry, this result is wrong. It's not supposed to be in capital letter. So int results is equals to 5 plus 3. So these lines, so look at the comments above line 59 or line 58. You see this line has two numbers. So this is a comment. So this tells you that this particular line of code is adding two number, which is 5 plus 3. So this is an example of a single comment. So use single line comment to explain quick logic or small step in your code. So you can use this comment now to explain what this particular line of code is doing. Can see if you now give this project or this your work to someone else or to a developer to look at it, once he sees this particular line of code on 59, you're able to know that this line of code is adding two number, and also it helps you for you to when you come back to it also help you when you come back to this your code, you're able to understand what you did after like maybe after like 3 months, you come back to this code, you know that this line 59 is telling me that I should add two numbers. So these are single line comments. So the next comment is the multi-line comment. Sometimes you want to write a longer explanation that takes more than just one line. That is where multi-line comments come in. So if you check my explanation previously, you can see I used multi-line comment because I'm trying to explain something. So these are I'm not taking like the comment is taking more than one line. So if it's taking more than one line, I'll just use a multi-line comment. And multi-line comment normally starts always sorry always starts with a forward slash and a star and a hash, and then you end it with a slash. You end it with a star and a what a forward slash. So anything you want to write will come in between this line. So you can see this is a multi-line comment. It starts with a forward slash and a hash, sorry, and a star, and also it starts with it ends with a star and also a forward slash. So anything you want to do now, you write it in between these lines of comments. So like for instance, if I'm declaring a variable, let's say int sum is equals to 10 plus 20. So on top of the code, maybe I can just put my multi-line comment, like I say, forward slash first, then a star, forward slash first, then a star, and I can say this. Okay, let me put it again. Okay, let me start over again. So if I want to put a multi-line comment on this, I'll say forward slash and a star, and I'll end it with a star and a forward slash. So now in between this thing, I can just say this block, this block of code calculates calculates the sum of two integers and stores it. Full stop. So this is a multi-line comment. I'm trying to explain what this code does or what this line of code does. So this is a multi-line comment. So the difference between a multi-line comment and a single line comment, a single line comment is done on a single line. Then a multi-line comment takes more than one line. So if you want to explain a particular code, if you want to elaborate more on it, so you can use a multi-line comment to explain your logic behind your code. So this is a multi-line comment. Okay, so the last type of comment is the XML documentation comment. So the XML document refers to the use of extensible markup language to document methods, also to document classes, and also to document function as a thing. So a XML document starts with a triple slash. You have to start with the triple slash if you are doing this type of documentation using a larger application and used to document methods, classes, and function. Don't worry about what are methods. Don't worry what are classes. Don't worry what are function. I'm going to be breaking it down for you in our next videos. But for now, just pay attention on what are the types of comments. We have single comments, we have multi-line comments, and we have the last one, the XML comments. So the XML comments start with a triple slash, and they are used to document methods, class, and function. So first of all, you have to keep them short and clear, make them easy to understand. Also use them to explain why, not just what. Why are you doing this? Why are you implementing this line of code? So give a short explanation and a clear explanation using a comment. And next one is don't over comment obvious code to update your code. And also the final one is comments are never interpreted by our computers. They are interpreted by humans. So they are meant for humans. They are not meant for computers. So that is it for today's video. So that is it for today's videos on C Sharp comments. Hope you're able to understand the different types of comments, the single line comments, the multi-line comments, and also the XML comments. This is very important in building your application. So I'm just trying to give you the basis of C Sharp and the basis of programming before we start diving into the main programming language. So this is just like a basic I'm just giving you so that when I'm writing out my code, able to understand what are variables, what are data, how to name your variables, and also how to do write your comments. So I'm going to be teaching you this um, basic C sharp one after the other, so you're able to understand how to write code very well and be a master in C sharp. So now you know how to write single line comments, you know how to write multi-line comments, and also know how to write XML documentation comments. So start using your comments in your code today. Your future self will thank you later. So if you have learned something new, please give this video a thumbs up. You can also share and subscribe as well, and also leave a comment below with your questions. Next up, we'll talk about C sharp control structure, the if, else, and loops. And also in our next video, we'll be talking about the operators in C sharp, the operators in C sharp. So let's get ourselves ready and also stay tuned for the next videos. See you in the next one.